Alright, we're recording. So, are we done? Okay, I'll write the date. What's the date? The 20th?
Yeah, it is the 20th.
Okay, what we're going to do today, quiet, is we're going to just do a couple of examples of some sketches. These are questions I'm pulling directly out of the exercises in the textbook, so I'll write down. We'll start with exercise 5D from our textbook. Let's have a look. Question 7C. Okay, so it says to sketch the graph y equals 3 cos theta take pi on 3. Okay, now just a quick recap of yesterday's. Am I still on screen? Yep. Just a quick recap. So our general rule, now we have a cos here, so I'll use cos today. A cos bx plus c plus d. So what's the A give us? Amplitude. Yep, the mod A, absolute value of A, gives us amplitude. What does D give us?
That's the median position.
Median position, vertical shift. And then what does B give us? B is the period. Okay, in fact, the period T is 2 pi on B. So you use B to get the period. B is not the period, but you do use B to get the period.
You also use B to get the horizontal shift.
That's correct. I also use B to get the horizontal shift. The horizontal shift, what's the horizontal shift? C on B. So I need both of those values to get the horizontal shift. So I'm looking at this one. We have no D value, so we have no change to the median position. Now I'm going to, when I sketch this, I'm going to do it in relation to my y-axis. So my y-axis is here. And I have no median position, so I know my median position is 0. Okay. Come in. Thank you. Alright. So it's a cos function. Now, when I set these up to sketch them, basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to draw like a box as a dotted line. And you'll see what I mean when I draw a box. So where's the maximum vertical? 3. So I'm going, the amplitude is 3. So from my median position I'm going plus 3 and minus 3. So because my median position is 0, my max value is positive 3 and negative 3. Okay. Now the next part is my horizontal shift. So my horizontal shift, because I have this value in here, I have some horizontal shift. So I've got to calculate what that is. Now we know horizontal shift is C on B. What is C? Pi on 3. In fact, it's negative pi on 3 divided by, what is my B value? 1. Okay, so don't get confused by that theta. That's just our variable. So usually we'd be doing x as our variable, but in this case we have theta as our variable. That's fine. So over 1. So our horizontal shift is negative pi on 3. So negative pi on 3. So which way are we shifting then? To the right. That's correct. So that's right. Our right. So if we have a negative, shift, we're going this way. If we have a positive shift, we're going this way. Okay. I don't have a thing for you to help you remember that. You just have to learn that and remember it. So positive goes that way. Yep. Yep. Positive goes towards negative. Negative goes towards positive. But the median position is positive goes up, negative goes down. You just have to know this stuff. We're going pi on 3 this way. So pi on 3, let's say is here. I will do a dotted line for the. So I have the start of my box here, which is at pi on 3. Now I need to know where the end of my box is. Okay, so what's my period? 2 pi on D, on B, sorry, B is 1, so 2 pi. So our normal cos function has a period of 2 pi, and we have no change to the period here because we have no B value. Well, B value is 1. So we have, our period is 2 pi. Now we've shifted the front of our box forward by pi on 3. So the end of our box has to shift by pi on 3 too. 2 pi. So my period, I have this rule for my period. T is my period. That's the symbol I use for it. Yep, 2 pi on B, 2 pi on 1, 2 pi. So I need to work out for the end of my box, so that my box is going to be from the start of my box to the end of my box. That, I guess, distance, we could say, is 2 pi. Now, so I need to know what the end point is. So the end point is pi on 3 plus 2 pi, which is, what's that, 6 pi, 7 pi on 6, 7 pi on 3. Okay, so that's the end point. And then within that box, you know, I can split it, and I just put in my normal cos graph. And I might want to just keep going with my cos graph behind it. But if I refer to the question, it just says to state the period and the amplitude. So the period is 2 pi and the amplitude is 3. So what we've done here is pretty straightforward, I think. Okay? The box does help a lot, so I don't even try drawing anything until I have that box. Now I could, let's just quickly, just to complete the sketch, because that's a little bit vague, let's do the y-intercept. So what's the y-intercept going to be? This is a little bit extension, so this is what we've been doing previously in class. So this point here is when theta is equal to 0, correct? Okay, so the y-intercept, let theta equal to 0. So theta equal to 0, so we have y equals 3 cos of negative pi on 3. How do we calculate negative pi on 3? Sorry. Yep, so 2 pi minus, it'll be the same as down here, correct? So I put my pi on 3 here. So it's going to be the same as cos of pi on 3, because I'm in the C quadrant, and cos is positive there. So cos of pi on 3, what do I need to calculate that? Special triangle. And the cos is 1 on 2. So 3 by 1 on 2, which is 1.5. So that point there is 1.5. So this part here, I guess from here down, that's not really that necessary, but I think that's worth just doing. If I had said that we were sketching on the exam, these are the sorts of things I would be needing to do. But I just think it takes up a lot of... let me say that again. It's important to understand how to do this stuff, okay? Even if we're not explicitly assessing it. Okay, it's more about building up a general understanding. Okay, so I'm going to stop that recording there, and I'll do another example and I'll record it one as well, but separately.